Good afternoon. This is Dr. Holly Hamilton at the Turks and Caicos Islands National Weather Service, at the Turks and Caicos Islands Airports Authority, coming to you today with this week's tropical weather outlook on the 12th of September, 2025. So the Atlantic remains pretty quiet. We have now another system, a wave that just came off the coast of Africa, the west coast of Africa, that the National Hurricane Weather Center is watching at this moment. It has a low chance of formation over the next 48 hours, a medium chance, 40% chance of tropical cyclone formation over the next 7 days. Now, this tropical wave, like I said earlier, is located near the west coast of Africa. And if we switch to the infrared satellite imagery, we see here the disorganized showers and thunderstorms associated with that wave. Um, the wave is expected to track across the eastern and central Atlantic at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Um, and there's a potential that it could develop into a tropical depression in the middle to later part of next week. But we're still expecting dry and stable air, or it's likely that dry and stable air would limit the system's further development. Now, similar to if you were watching last week, we were watching Invest 91L, and eventually going into the weekend, it succumbed to that dry air. That a lot of that is in the Atlantic, over the Atlantic Ocean right now, and it's really inhibiting the development of systems. So early model projections indicate that this system could potentially fizzle out in due time or just become a weak system as it continues across the Atlantic. But of course, we'll be monitoring this system very closely over the next couple of days. So for right now, a medium chance of development over the next 7 days, and it could potentially become a tropical depression middle to later next week. But we'll be keeping eyes on this system. So just bringing it to home again. So here's Turks and Caicos. As you would have seen today, Friday, we have a mixture of clouds and sun across the archipelago today. Some locations would have experienced showers, and that's going to continue going into the weekend. We have some tropical moisture in the around the island chain that's being brought in from some southeasterly flow. And then we also have some upper level support. So that will help to trigger shower and thunderstorms activity periodically during the weekend. I'll bring up the forecast here that would have been issued today. So going into tonight, we still have a medium chance of showers and thunderstorms overnight today. You would have heard some rumbling last night. So a continuation of that, those conditions going into the weekend. Saturday, again, medium chance of showers and thunderstorms. And then we see that decrease a bit on Sunday with a 10% chance of isolated showers and thunderstorms across the islands. So a mixture of some warmth and then maybe some showers and thunderstorms to keep things a little bit comfortable. The winds are very light, the seas are very, very calm. So be sure to go out and hit the beach when the conditions are safe. Um, and yeah, and you guys just have a lovely weekend. We'll keep eyes on that system out there. We'll come back next week if there's definitely anything to talk about in the tropics. But with that, you guys have a good weekend and a blessed next week.